Boyd.
I don't have much time, so listen close. We got him, Jack. The dentist is in our custody.
Wow. Congratulations, Ethan.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's our guy. But she's definitely the one who committed the murders in Freeburg. And it's a young woman.
Wait a second, did you...
A very large, very strong woman. What? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jack, I gotta go. We've got a briefing. But, something's not right, Jack. Someone's leading us around by the nose. We'll talk later, okay?
I'd almost forgotten the feeling. The feeling you get when you stay on the sidelines during a major bust. But I don't think I'll be out of the game for long. Palmer had nothing to do with this. The dentist, whoever he is, was a gift box meant for me. It just got delivered to the wrong address. And I've got a hunch who packed the box.
Wow, welcome everyone, day 81. Wow. So the dentist, potentially a large woman, or no, we know that is just a plant, something else. City Hall, Mafia, all looking good. The strongest chain is only by the weakest link or something. Yes. Here we go. More story.
Yeah, box of Caesars.
These Caesar cigars.
With that outfit, I could see you coming a mile away, Mr. Boyd.
Ah, Mr. Chaffee. Knowing your love of theatrics, I was afraid you'd keep the mystery surrounding the dentist going for at least another day or two.
What could you mean, Mr. Boyd? Well, it's true. Robespierre does have a passion for mystery and the dramatic. But there's no need to confuse the actor with his character. For you, I'll play the hurried businessman who likes to cut to the chase. That's not quite me either, but though this mask I wear is quite a burden, I have long grown used to it. Besides, I don't want to distract you from your 180-day quest, not for a second longer than necessary. My, is half your time already up?
No, not really. We're only on day 81. We're fine. Got another few days yet.
You simply cannot imagine, Mr. Boyd, the painstaking work I've done to cultivate this maniac image. I turn to such literature the likes of which I wish I never knew. If our law enforcement agencies possessed even the slightest aesthetic sense, they would have instantly seen the game for what it was. And the postcards, what can I say?
And if the real dentist turned up again at the wrong moment? I don't imagine lunatics take kindly to imposters.
The dentist died of a heart attack last spring while he was sunbathing on the beach. I discovered this quite by accident. From a university friend, a therapist. It was he who convinced the dentist to stop killing, by the way.
Why the murders? Obviously they'd all been raped by Rogers. It would have been much easier to just get them to talk.
Mr. Boyd, the last thing I want is to appear a brutish butcher. I spent enough time on these women to know they were no use to me alive. Not sure if I should be ashamed to say it, but Stuart Rogers far surpasses me in his ability to intimidate people. Apparently, such things only come with experience. But murder? For that I truly do feel ashamed. It's a burden I shall have to bear for the rest of my days. But sadly, it's not my greatest shame.
What could be more shameful?
Mind has been
to frame
blown.
an innocent woman for such terrible crimes?
What? Are you unhappy with a woman cast as the serial killer? Firstly, I'd say Dear Jordan adds a certain grace to the whole sordid story. And second, of all the people I hold in my debt, she's the strongest. And not just physically. Third, she had good reason to settle her debt with me as quickly as possible. Without going into details, I'll just say that she's a very, very caring mother. Do these taste good? Had we met earlier, Mr. Boyd, I would have shown you a far more refined pleasure, one without such an unpleasant smell.
I'm afraid to even imagine what you count as pleasures, Mr. Chaffee. Fountains of blood in the city square?
Mr. Boyd, you're not listening to me at all. I didn't take any enjoyment from the killings. Everything I've done was of strict necessity. I couldn't make Jordan kill all the women that Rogers raped. That would have been excessive. If I had made her kill them all, you'd be rather upset, no?
I can't say I fully understand your plan, Mr. Chaffee, but you've given me more than enough reasons to arrest you.
Yes, but allow me to counter them with one good reason not to. I think you mentioned you dined here once?
Yes, not the best restaurant in town.
And maybe you're just not familiar with the full range of our services.
I have no idea where this is going. Absolutely none. So we know this Mr. Chaffee is obviously
When I inherited
got some
this
larger
tasteless
plan.
place from my father, I knew I could never make it into an exquisite restaurant. Instead, I accentuated the atrocity of it all, an aesthetic of a different kind. Now I even live here. To me, this complex is like a microcosm of Freeburg. But we're not here to talk about that. At school, I read a French novel whose name doesn't need mentioning, and I read many amazing things. It seems that in Paris, just before the Revolution, certain places were quite popular. People of wealth and taste visited from the city, shed their luxurious coats, peeled off their white gloves, and with the help of the local farmer, they brutally stabbed a hole in a bull and decorated themselves with the splattering blood as they
Is
prepared
this
a
some
large
sort of
piece
weird
of meat for the fire.
cult going on here?
In the bull's suffering, these effeminate aristocrats found a perverse sort of pleasure. Now, I
Oh,
make
this
these
is not like a
pleasures
killing
available
club,
to
is
the
it?
People of Freeburg. I will be honest with you. People who pursue such cruelty truly are crazy. But what is interesting? The best steaks
No,
are
they are
cut from the
cows.
tender meat of young bulls. 11 months is just right. Beautiful, healthy, full of strength. But these wealthy degenerates who pay $7,000, so our experts will show them where to plunge the blade for maximum effect. Even they don't have the spirit to slaughter the young bull. The thought never enters their minds. They look into the eyes of the healthy animal, bursting with energy, and they quickly shuffle past. As if by instinct, they are drawn to the old, weary, fading bulls. And then, with terrible smiles on their faces, they chew through tough steaks that taste of burning rubber. They feel that they're doing something real with their own hands, a sort of natural selection, as if they're agents in the natural process.
Does he want me to kill a
But
cow?
nature also teaches
Or a
us
bull?
that the old beast, unable to fend off any threat, might yet survive if it cowers in a dark corner and pretends it doesn't exist.
Or are they just pretending? Is this a
Then,
metaphor for me
perhaps,
as the police
the young
chief?
predator will pass. Mr. Scott will drive you back. I'm late for an appointment.
Yeah, it was a metaphor for us to keep out of the way. And we may just survive to see our retirement. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit slow. I'll put that down to the flu remedies.
Mr. Boyd, you won't believe it, but the person I just got off the phone with was talking about you.
Seems like I'm pretty popular these days.
By the way, Mr. Boyd, I've got to ask, why $500,000?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Wow, that was a long but slightly confusing but interesting story. Oh, press conference. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Boyd, the maniac terrorized the city for 2 weeks and you did nothing. What would have happened to Freeburg if federal agents had not come to the rescue and arrested the dentist? The situation was under control, The arrest was imminent. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Situation was under control. We've been doing our work behind the scenes. The feds are just here to sip off the cream. There we go. The city overflowed with panic after your press conference about the dentist. Why didn't you think more carefully about what you were going to say? Panic was inevitable. I stated the facts. I always say what I think. I stated the facts. I'm not a journalist, and I don't get paid to distort reality. Nice, Jack. Nice. After such a failure, any self-respecting office holder would resign. What are your plans? I'm not going anywhere. I'll keep fighting crime. Yes. Yes, that's a good answer. How do you comment on rumours about the relationship between Mayor Rogers and all 5 of the dentist Freeburg's victims? Complete nonsense. I am concerned. No comment. I am concerned. Before the law, we are all equal, even Mayor Rogers. We'll have to check his information. Yes! Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Day 82. Jack Boyd. There are many criminals. Convicted serial killer Albert Ramirez sues city, and Jack Boyd. People deserve the truth about Freeburg dentist. All good to City Hall and Mafia. Still not sure about the police station. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Boom. Seth Rogen. There's a new movie opening today starring my favourite actor. No. Chief, my son came down with a serious illness. I think... Yes, okay, that's fine. So that's a legitimate... I need to have the day off. My son's very ill. Fine. I'll accept that. Not that you want to go to the movies. Honestly. The dentist is behind bars. Great job. 87,500. I'll take it. You've earned a 10% pay rise. We're getting $66 a week. Yay! Here's your weekly salary. Thanks. Jeez. We're halfway there, guys. And we're not even halfway through our time. Yes. Hello. Is this the police? It's Dolores Parks. Someone in my house. Sorry, I'll start again. Someone is in my house. I hear footsteps coming along the downstairs. My husband is on a business trip. I won't be home for another hour. Please come straight away. Blah, 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 blah. Gotcha. Take Kingston. Stop dreaming about the movies, Kingston. Get out there and do some work. Honestly. Got a nice full shift today. It's all looking good. Orion is on. First time he's been on shift for... Yes, first time he's been on shift in the week he's been employed. We gave him the job and he was too tired to start. Unlawful assembly. A crowd is gathered at the steps of City Hall demanding that city officials legalise euthanasia. The protesters are chanting, "My life, my death, my choice." City Hall employees report that people brought homemade signs and the process is proceeding peacefully. Okay, Purdy, take McNamara, and take Revek, and take Kojak as well, and take the paddy wagon just in case. Just in case it kicks off. Good old Paddy. He does a good job. Breaking and entering. Mr. Parks returned from his business trip an hour early. It was he who was making the noise. Oh good, he came home. That's lovely to see. No worries there. A suspicious individual at the library. Librarian Rolando Boone reported that a young man came in looking for books on chemistry and monographs on explosive substances. The publications on extreme topics many of the books are requested are prohibited. The guy looks scary, his eyes made of blood run cold. Asano, take Norlander, take Orion. Go and check him out. Unlawful assembly, offender court, officers unharmed. Everything went swimmingly. Great. These two are now over. Oh, and Orion. These three now 160 professionalism, 150 is average, so they're just taken that next step beyond average. The suspicious individual at the library. As soon as the suspect sees the police, he pulls out a huge knife from his bag and rushes towards the librarian, shouting, "You call the pigs!" Shoot the suspect, attack him with a nightstick, stop yelling at it's a library. Let's go with the nightsticks. Asano, Norlander, Orion, offender court, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good job, guys. Good job. Good effort. Good effort. That's brave. Very brave. Chief Boyd, I represent the interests of private military corporation which is hoping to attract significant investment from your city. We're preparing an investor presentation. We'd like to demonstrate the adequacy of the police training in matters of public safety. Please understand this is just business. We can all win here. Give us a couple of hours, your weakest and laziest guys, and my kids will look like gladiators next to them. How much will this earn me? The company will remain in your debt. Okay, go Jack and Revek. You gon' show your distinct lack of skills. And it's probably going to embarrass the police department. Actually, it's probably not a good idea. Suspicious individual. Parishioner Manna Bush, while she was on her way back from church, encountered a group of incredibly strange teenagers. They were running around in weird costumes, fighting with sticks and talking like robots. Maybe these crazy kids escaped from the mental hospital. Better catch them and send them back. Right, Kingston, take Orion. You two should be able to sort that out. It's pouring down with rain. They're not going to be wanting to play out for too long. It'll be fine. Boss, these guys like machines. They walked all over us, but we learned a lot in 20 minutes, and these guys are better than the whole year at the academy. Mr. Cottrell says he's very pleased with our performance, and he offered us a free training for their complex. What do you think? Oh my goodness, they went up 10%. Well done, guys. Do you want to send credits on the course? Yeah. Yes. Oh, we got $5,000 for it. Nice. Nice. Suspicious the members of the science fiction club were just having fun at the park. Okay, that's cool. So these guys we've just sent to the look, they got the little tutoring hats, so that's pretty good. They're at college. They're going to be tired, but you know that might skill them up quite well. Homicide at the office building. Gladys Schnell, is that Snell or Schnelly? I think that's not. It could be eyes. No, it's Schnell. This is just a weird font. Excuse me. Is arranged about some comment that her colleague Matthew Toland made. It says she grabbed a stapler and began to beat him with the head with it. Then Miss Schnell yelled loudly and lashed out with at the secretary. She's having a nervous breakdown. Please hurry. Oh my goodness me. So is my reading skills. Send the two ladies. Okay, take Kingston with you as well. You find drug trafficking at the port. Anonymous tip just came in. A large shipment of Colombian coffee is being unloaded. Ooh, lovely. I just love that smell. And there's shipping heroin inside the bags of beans. There's only a few guards watching the unloaded shipment. So if the police rolled up, they might just give up without a fight. Right, Purdy, take Norlander. Take the SWAT. Fountains robbery. An elderly Cornelia Davis called in fit of hysterics. Come over quickly. I've been robbed. Little bastard stole the treasure. McNamara, Orion. Well, you might as well go with him. Stand, you know, with a gap between you. Everyone's out on duty now. Really kicked off. It's only 7 PM as well. Blimey. Blimey, blimey, blimey.
We've got a situation here.
Look at her with blood down her hand and a stapler. The woman grabbed the second stapler in her hands. She's dual stapling. And these staplers look like deadly weapons. Grab the woman's hands. Deal with the woman, a solid blow on the jaw. Try and calm her down. Kochi, Asano, Kingston, offender corps, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good job, guys. Good job. Oh, the situation is more serious than we thought. I've got no one else to help you. Cornelia Davis was quarrelling with her mother of a little boy who climbed in the fountain and took a few coins. Purdy, Norlander, SWAT team, offender court, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Oh, you guys are just the best. Oh, and some drugs were found. This is something mafia. Excuse me. Noise complaint. A respectable sounding man with a sleepy voice called in, complaining that fireworks have been set off right in front of his house. They look like burns, but they must be huge bags filled with all sorts of firecrackers. Okay, hang on 2 seconds, sir. We don't have any officers back at the station at the moment, but if you just wait kindly. We also have an issue at the farm. Patricia Buckler says that 10 or so people came to her farm with some strange equipment. They're wandering around with the gear for a while, then stopped and began to dig a huge pit. Her husband didn't approve people rummaging around on the property. This attempt to investigate ended in a fight. The farmer was badly beaten. Okay. They're like treasure hunters or something. Boom. Okay. Here we will send these two will be back in a tick. So McNamara, take Asano and take Orion. Go and check that out. The noise complaint. Kochi, take Norlander. And check that out. We've got Purdy and Kingston still back at base. That's good. Coming up to 11 o'clock now. McNamara's almost on site. Stand by.
212 complete.
McNamara, Asano. Oh, offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Disappointed in you. Noise complaint, Suburbia. There are 3 drunk men on the street lighting fireworks and throwing them about. When they see the police, one of them pulls out a firecracker that looks like a dynamite and sets fire to it. Dive at the man and try to grab the explosive from his hand. Cool firecracker, never seen one of those before. Let's taser him. The man throws the explosive to one of his friends. The wick is burned halfway down. Tase the man with explosives and quickly extinguish the fuse. Lay down on the ground and hold your head. Run away from the men. Let's taser him again. If in doubt, taser. Taser, taser, taser. That's what our training has learnt. And that was the successful outcome. Taser everything. That's what we've learnt today. Good, and that is the end of day 82. Woo! Good job, everyone. Good job. Whoa, well, we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you're continuing to enjoy the adventures in Freeburg with our police department. So far, so good. These guys, I'm not sure why they're tired. They haven't worked for goodness knows how many days now. But, yeah, it's all going rather well. We've got Redek and Kojo in the training scheme, so that's pretty good as well. So hopefully they'll skill up quite quickly. And join me next time for the further adventures in Freeburg. I'll see you then.